Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Charlie back at it again with another video, and today we are reviewing Open Road Summer by Emory Lord. Open Road Summer is essentially what the book sounds like. Open Road Summer follows our very annoying and troubled protagonist, Regan, who is trying to rebuild herself and become a better person, although there really isn't much evidence of this happening in the book. She goes on tour with her very famous sickly sweet country sweetheart, singer-songwriter bestie, Lila Montgomery, or Dee to her friends. Whilst on tour, Regan strikes a romance with Dee's supporting act slash fake publicity boyfriend, Matt Finch, who was once part of a boy band but is now a solo artist. So that's basically all I can say about the plot. But what made this book less enjoyable for me was the fact that it just reminded me of being 13 again and reading One Direction fanfic. The only difference from One Direction fanfic was the name changes and the fact that Matt isn't Harry Styles or Zayn Malik, he's just Matt from Finch 4. There just wasn't much difference from a One Direction fanfic, and honestly I feel like a One Direction fanfic takes better turns than this book does. It follows the troubled female who has no interest in band member but ends up having this romantic relationship with said band member after pretending that she's not interested whilst he flirts with her in every account. I honestly believe that I would have enjoyed this book a lot more if they cut out the romance sequence between Regan and Matt and made it more about Dee and Regan's friendship, because the book literally promises a fluffy friendship vibe, and that is why I got the book. I was ready for this beautiful friendship and that is not what I got, so I was really disappointed. But this book honestly uses romance as the main plot and the actual friendship that we're promised as a subplot, kind of like how Pretty Little Liars is meant to be a mystery, but it kind of becomes a subplot for the romance and the ships. I also would have liked Regan to deal with her problems more just from like loving herself and having self-growth, rather than putting her happiness in another person and being just overall problematic. As a feminist, I thoroughly hated Regan's inner monologue. It was like slut shame, I'm better than this girl, slut shame all the time. Regan is just really temperamental and anti-feminist, and I'm not here for it. I've actually documented some passages of Regan's horrible I've actually documented some passages of Regan's horrible behaviour towards other women, and I'm going to share those with you now just so you can get the gist of how anti-feminist and temperamental she really is.
The band is winding down when a girl zeroes in on us, or more specifically, Matt. She's compact and curvy, topped with round curls that must have taken some serious hot rollers. Her hair dye is probably called golden rod or honeysuckle, but it's actually the colour of Asian butter or dry cornbread.
So this is written to sound like a compliment but turns into an insult. The next one is...
There are a few girls in the front with shirts cut so low that make my neckline look modest. Like honestly, if Matt so much as glanced down, he could probably see all the way down to their belly buttons. Some girls have no self-respect. And even though they can't see me, I make a face of disgust. Because in point, if Matt and I were together, I'd have to put those girls in their places, and I really can't afford another misdemeanor.
So Regan wants to beat up girls for feeling comfortable in their bodies and wearing outfits that emphasize their curves, which it's really hypocritical coming from Regan, as she dresses like these girls do on a daily basis. So it's a little bit it's a little bit weird for her to be insulting these girls just because they're there for her not even boyfriend. It's horrible. The last passage I've taken is,
"She looks wholesome and friendly, like a muppet." And that is to describe Matt's best friend without even have met this girl. Like, her first impression, just from a picture, was she looks wholesome and friendly, like a muppet.
how can you take that? Like, this girl angers me. Yeah, so I really didn't get on with her character. But at the same time, she's also quite self-confident, even though it comes across in an egotistical way and she doesn't care what people think of her. I still really don't vibe with her. Now, about the characters, Dee was just really boring. Like, there wasn't many sides to her character, although Emory tried to show some different sides to her, but it didn't really work for me. It was just always about how sweet she is. She's like sweet, like sickly syrup. It's no. I'm just really disappointed because I've loved all of Emory's books that I've read so far, and I really wanted to love this book, but I just couldn't get behind like Regan and the fact that the friendship was subplotted for romance. I feel like if Emory had given Regan's character some development and made her more, I don't know, less slut-shaming, more human, and cut out the romance between her and Matt and made it more about the friendship, then I really would have enjoyed this book. It's nothing against Emory and her writing, because her writing is on point. Like, I love the way she strings together a story, but this just wasn't the one. Open Road Summer is an open road no from me. I gave this book 3 stars and I'm done ranting. I need to go because Regan actually makes me angry, and I feel like it's because I know a lot of girls that are like Regan, and I've been in situations where I've been targeted by these kind of girls, and it's just not right. Like, can't we all just be woke and accept that we are all females and we are all vibing, and like, it just doesn't have to be a competition, it doesn't have to be a dirty cat fight all the time. The world's perfect in my mind, just really reality needs to catch up with me. That is my review on Open Road Summer. I'm sorry that it's a little bit like ranty, and I will get the hang of book reviews one day. It's kind of hard to say everything I need to say, like, oh. So anyway, that is it for this video. If you want to join my little family, then please subscribe, join my little family of people on the interwebs, and yeah, love and light to you all, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.